What's up, Redheads? This is your guy Jay Red from Red's View, and this is the newest segment of Red's View, which is called Red's Top 10. Now, on this segment, I'm going to be giving the top 10 tracks that I personally picked that are the greatest 10 tracks that this artist or group has ever recorded. Now, of course, this is all opinion based, all right? This is coming from me. So if you disagree with me, feel free to let me have it in the comment section. Let me hear you chime in. So today we're going to start out with the legendary Dipset honcho. That's right, you see him? Dipset Cameron, one of the most controversial figures that's out right now. Pardon me, I'm going to get some cheeks after this. Number 10, 357. I mean, come on, man. That's where Cam got his start. And he came out blazing, you know what I'm saying, off the Confessions of Fire album, his debut album. Hard record, hard beat. What's there not to like about it? Cameron in his early days, so gotta go with that. Number 9, Horse and Carriage. This record right here was his first hit record. You know, I used to hear this, and I heard the rumors back then that Mace, to be in the video, y'all remember that rumor that Mace was supposedly charging Cameron, and that's where the friction kind of started. But anyway, man, it was a nice commercial track. Cam at his finest at that particular time. Not too many songs that I liked off of the first album, but yeah, man, Horse and Carriage. That was his stamp. That was his stamp on entertainment once he debuted, so gotta go with that too. Number 8, Get It in Ohio. I feel like Get It in Ohio is one of the most underrated Cameron songs that he released. It came out on the Crime Pays album that was like either 2009 or 2010, but I liked how grimy the record was. I loved the beat, the storytelling and stuff like that, man. Cameron told us he used to get it in Ohio, so how could you not like this track? Number 7, Losing Weight 3. See, I caught y'all with that one. Another underrated track, man. This came off of his last album that came out, Purple Haze 2. And it was real dope to me, like the storytelling on it. See, when Cameron gets into his storytelling, that's where he stands out the most. And he's one of the most underrated storytellers in hip hop. A lot of people don't like to give him credit, but if you remember the freestyle he just did on It Is What It Is, most of those, he does a lot of storytelling. So, man, the beat, and this is a continuation off of the first one, Losing Weight, and I think that came out on the SDE album, Sex, Drugs, and Entertainment. And then the second one came on Come Home With Me, but this third one was the best out of all of them. I don't care what y'all say, I gotta go with Losing Weight 3. Number 6, Get 'em Girls. Get 'em Girls is one of the hardest tracks Killer Cam ever put out. It was one of the lead singles to the Purple Haze album, which is my personal favorite album that Cameron put out. You know, shout out to Come Home With Me, shout out to the other albums, but man, gotta go with Purple Haze. But yeah, Get 'em Girls, I like. Another grimy record. The hook was catchy, the beat was dope, the video was dope, and what he do? Get 'em Girls. It was dope, man. So Get 'em Girls is one of the standout tracks that Cameron is one of his flagship songs. You gotta give it up to him. Number 5, Welcome to New York City. Now this right here was a classic collaboration between Dipset's finest, Cameron and Juelz Santana, and the legendary GOAT, Jay-Z. This was when Cameron and Dipset had just signed to Rockefeller. This is off the Come Home With Me album, and one of the biggest collaborations in hip hop, point blank period. Everything that song meant, and I think it was the first collab that Cameron and Jay-Z ever did. And I don't think they ever did no collaboration after that, because that's when the beef had started. Remember that? Number 4, Hey Ma, what's up? Hey Ma. Now, of course, you already know Hey Ma had to be somewhere on the top 5. This is one of Cameron's biggest songs ever. It was released commercially, big hit record. He performs that to this day. Perfect way to bring in Juelz Santana at the time. And man, yeah, anytime he performs this, the crowd is gonna go crazy. Takes us back to a time back in like 2001, 2002. Dope record, dope collab between him and Juelz Santana. Number 3, Killer Cam, Killer Cam, Killer Cam. This right here, if he was to ever come out in WWE and they played his theme music, this right here is Cameron's theme music, Killer Cam. Gemstones, Flintstones, You Can Say I'm Friends with Fred. Number 2, Down and Out. This was off of my favorite album released from Cameron, Purple Haze, back in 2004, December to be exact. And it was the best song on there. Kanye was in his bag as the producer. Kanye did his thing on the hook. Cameron murdered each verse. And it was very hard not to put this in number 1. But number 1, you already know what's going to be the obvious one. Number 1, Oh Boy. I know some of y'all are going off in the comments right now that the fact that this is number 1, but come on, man. This is Cameron's arguably biggest song ever. Now, I know that people are going to be talking about the mixtapes, people are going to be talking about the B-sides, the B-cuts to his albums, and, you know, all the other album cuts and that stuff. When you think about flagship songs for Dipset, Cameron, that whole movement, this song right here started that movement to be the Dipset movement. Classic, legendary. Just Blaze on the beat, man. Rockefeller, come on, man. Can't go wrong with that. That's my top 10. Let me know your top 10 in the comments section. And go ahead and rip my head off if you want to. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/RedsView. And I will see you on the next Reds Top 10.